So my wife, Jessica, and I's reoccurrent pregnancy loss spans over 5 years. We had 3 early miscarriages, followed by the birth of our son, Ashton, who is now 4.5 years old. Then we went into termination for medical reasons with our son, Beckham, who we lost at 20 weeks. Beckham had Duchenne muscular dystrophy and had a diagnosis that was terminal at an early stage in life. And so we made that an incredibly difficult decision to terminate that pregnancy with Beckham on November 19th, 2020. We then continued on in our pregnancy journey, and through IVF, we were able to get pregnant once again with our daughter Ariana, who was perfect and healthy. And at 14 weeks on November 18th, 2021, so 364 days apart, we lost Ari for an unknown reason. My wife, Jessica, was doing a fetal Doppler at home and looking for the heartbeat, and nothing was found. Went to the hospital in Pittsburgh, and the doctors confirmed that day that Ari was gone. And so over this 5-year span, we have gone through an unbelievable amount of heartbreak, angst, grief, every adjective known to man on what it's like to lose children and continuously try to grow your family while simultaneously being parents to our son Ashton. And so it was on my heart. I woke up in the middle of the night one day, November of last year, with this idea, one of those ideas that just sort of like shake you awake. And I came down on the couch, and it's 3 a.m. and no intention of going back to bed, and put on some coffee and started just to Google what other resources were out there for men. Because throughout this entire journey, there was an unbelievable amount of great resources for my wife. There's books and conferences and women's group and podcasts and nonprofits that focus on women, and for all the right and obvious reasons. And many of them do a great job in supporting grieving fathers, but the father is typically secondary as far as the services that are provided. And so after doing a ton of this research and trying to find what was out there and not finding a whole lot through my own experience, let alone through my research, I called 2 of my best friends, my brother-in-law, Brandon, who him and my sister lost their daughter, Astoria, at 36 weeks due to a stillbirth cord accident. And one of my best friends, Brian, who lost his son, Austin, at 6 weeks old to sudden infant death syndrome. And I asked them both about starting this podcast, Guys in Grief. It was an opportunity for us to help other men and create a community around our own collective grief, while simultaneously finding a better way to grieve ourselves and to honor our children every single week. And so now we get to speak our children's names, talk with other fathers that have gone through similar losses, and try to just create a collective community where we're helping one another.